I know the Resident Evil 4 demo's out. I usually don't bother with demos when the game's like literally 2 weeks away. It just doesn't seem worth it. Seems like kind of just a waste of time.
This is concerning because he sees a few brake lights. Traffic is obviously slowing down here. The driver is clearly getting frustrated, looking for any gap to either squeeze through or just get off the freeway. My worry here is that when he gets off the freeway, if this type of driving continues, I don't want to see this end up on surface streets where you've got this kind of a wild driver behind the wheel of essentially a little van like this, or an SUV on surface streets. So right now he's hugging that right lane, looking for any gaps to squeeze through, and right now just that one black and white behind him, right, Rob? If we widen out, just the one so far. So trying to get some more backup in here, only the one primary unit behind him.
I still haven't beaten Atomic Heart yet, no. Thanks, Resub Hemelio. And no, I don't think I'll play the Resident Evil 4 demo. The game comes out in like 2 weeks. Thanks, the Resub Leaf. Whew.
Yeah, you're right. He had a couple of opportunities right there to get off of the freeway. He didn't take any of them, and he is now fully committed to the westbound side of the 10 freeway. So he made his way down the 60 freeway into the East LA interchange, and through all those spaghetti lanes there, he ended up on the westbound side of the 10 freeway, now making his way through downtown LA, where, as I look out the window from Air 7 HD, it only gets slower from here. This is still the time of the night where a lot of folks are heading home from downtown to the west side towards the 405 via the 10 freeway, and traffic in many parts are bumping.
I don't know, Phallic. I don't really pre-order games. Hey, thanks to the resub Rocket Sloth and Angela. Yeah, this one doesn't seem like it's going to be too interesting.
Joining the pursuit, so CHP now has 2 units in position.
This is a wild car to go on a chase with, though.
There is a helicopter on the way. CHP is now pulling up now, so
it's like a stretched out smart car.
2 ground units behind him, then they can give.
Thanks a resub junkie. This is a Scion. Oh, is it a Scion?
Yeah, and still hugging those left lanes. Again, no signs of trying to get off the freeway. Despite all of the opportunities, he's pretty committed here and continuing to push it to upwards of 80 to 90 miles per hour. Again, at one point when we first joined you, close to 100 miles per hour. I can't imagine that
can get up to 100? It doesn't look like it.
That. He's really pushing this vehicle to its extreme limits
here. Even Chris is saying the same thing, yeah.
So far, he's been successful, still about 80 miles per hour here. He's got some open 10 freeway ahead of him, and then it's going to slow down a little bit more once he gets closer to Robertson.
It's a Corolla in a box. Huh.
And you've got to wonder whether over the course of this pursuit, which has now been going on for at least 45 minutes or so,
Jesus, really?
Whether he has come in contact with anybody else. I mean, just judging by some of the really erratic moves we've seen and some of the really close calls, you at least have to wonder what transpired earlier on in this pursuit. Was it originally a CHP pursuit? Was it handed off to CHP by another agency? Those are details we're still trying to figure out, but nonetheless, CHP taking this over, they are now the primary agency, and they will hand this off to their various stations along the way here. So this is now.
Is this just all going to be on this?
Here, pursuit.
Yeah, this one looks like a bit of a snoozer. That Scion's just gonna piddle out of gas pretty soon, I bet.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough units to even think about a traffic break just yet. They
He's a
only have
tier
those
1.
2 units in position still.
Non-pa and the
Presumably,
resub Brandon.
there's more up ahead.
Bits
Actually,
purple.
I understand there are 2 more further back.
You gonna go to the Sumo National Championship in Orlando on Saturday? No, that sounds fucking hype.
Traffic behind him here.
Thanks to the Prime How.
Him from mixing too much with other motorists, but at these speeds, it's a little bit difficult, and you know, there's just enough moderate traffic ahead of him where, you know, shutting off the freeway and closing off entrance ramps is a little bit difficult without enough manpower. Just past the 405, coming up, we're in just past
No, I didn't
now.
see the standoff
So
earlier. I heard
coming up on
about it though.
On to P suit, finding out, and the next stop that might be setting up for something. There's a gas station along.
Kind of just taking a tour of all
He's got
LA
his
here.
lights flashing. Not sure if he is involved in something else, or perhaps setting up for that spike strip. Which I got to say, David, this would not be the worst place in the world for a spike strip if they have the space.
Oh, they got the space. Here it comes.
That's the bottom of the incline, the
Damn.
bottom of the Santa Monica incline. Continuing on PCH, northbound
some
PCH, right through that intersection. Looked like they had the red light there. Continued right through, and now this is that emptier stretch I was telling you about. So CHP about 4 or 5 car lengths behind him, continuing northbound along the beach. And there are occasional lights like this one right here. He's got the red light going right through the red light. This is concerning because we, in the last couple of minutes, while most of this pursuit has been on the freeway, we are now on PCH, which is kind of a hybrid between a highway and a surface street because traffic kind of fluctuates as you come up on these intersections. And with the aggressive driving that we have seen and some of the really erratic behavior, even on the freeway that we saw, I really worry if he
I haven't really seen any erratic
intersection where he's
behavior
got
yet.
nowhere to go.
Man just drives straight,
jumping right into
like a little
oncoming lanes of
on-rails
traffic, doing
action.
whatever it takes to get away from that primary unit.
Oh, there you go. There's a big move. He's not using his blinker. Well, he's not turning yet.
Yeah, it is definitely darker
He'll
than
follow
the freeway.
the road rules, I bet.
But it's, I mean, it's darker, but it
some
still
Fandango.
has lights. I mean, there are lights up and down PCH to a point until you get further up into Malibu. Then it gets much darker, obviously. Right now,
Oh, I'm
we're
sorry, I
still
didn't see that
in the
fades.
Pacific
Just consistency is
Palisades
all you can control.
area.
That's
Sunset Drive, I think, is coming up here, and then, or we just passed Sunset. Did we just pass Sunset? I think we passed Sunset. So now, once he gets past the Getty, that'll be the entrance into Malibu, and you can see already as we get further up here. That shoulder is not reliable. There are portions of PCH that have a shoulder, and then there are portions where it is just dirt or rocks. So as he's making his way further up here, just trying to weave through traffic, employing that should where he can. He's got a middle divider.
The chases
for
are
now.
always in
Even
LA.
that is going to start to thin out. Speed limit considered.
Yes, they are.
Ground driving. So
yeah, this one's not
very
interesting. Chat said he gets away, so I guess they just got bored.
I think that this is pretty much a lost cause at this point. Nobody's picking it up, and unfortunately, we're in the backup. So the further up we get into Malibu, our radios aren't too great up here either.
He made it.
All right, copy that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
He'll just get arrested at his own home. Actually, no, that was a stolen car, so they probably won't catch that guy. They ran out of gas. I think what happened is, I skipped around, but I'm going to spitball a guess. He said nobody picked it up, which means I'm guessing that he went to another jurisdiction and that department didn't pick up the chase. Would be my guess. Walks off a 3-star. Yeah. He did. He did. It's that easy. Yeah, I mean, Chris kind of gave us the keys to the kingdom during one of the chases. He laid it out. Like, if you get out of that jurisdiction that's currently chasing you, they can't follow you into the next one, I guess, not every time. So it's up to that next jurisdiction to be the ones to pick up the case. And if they don't, you just get away. Well, I mean, they have all your information, so you probably just get arrested a bit later. But they don't engage in the chase. But if the car is stolen, they can't get him with that information. Yeah, that's why I think that one's a little spotty. That guy probably might just get away with it